Hey, this is ASpengler coming to show you guys a army video, and it is the German forces. This is probably one of my most popular videos or at least the last one, the last update on my German forces is probably one of the most popular videos I've ever posted. It got well over 10,000 views and it's still rising, so this is a pretty sought after video, so I'm excited for it, especially since the forces are not in the vehicle sense, but definitely in the minifigure sense has grown quite a bit. And this is, out of all the other armies, this one definitely has grown the most, and it has, especially in number, it has grown, probably not doubled, but definitely it's gotten quite a bit more. Just to start it off, there are 77 total minifigures here. I think last time there was only like 40, so there's definitely been an increase of about 30 figures, especially these ones in the front. I'll show you guys those a little bit more in depth later. And then there are 13 vehicles and equipment along the outside. I don't think there's been any added vehicles, anything new from the last update, the army update. So with that, sorry if my voice sounds kind of weird, I'm a little sick, but we'll push through that and keep going. So first I'll start off with the vehicles, and then we'll go more in depth with the minifigures. Okay, our first vehicle up is the Stug 3. This one is a custom model that I made myself not too long ago, but yep. So there's the Stug 3. Not too much going on. It's got the armor on the side, the armor skirts on the side. The gun does kind of go up and down. It can partly go side to side, but it doesn't really stay in that position. It's got the two hatches, and yep, that's the Stug. After that, we have two Panzer IVs. These models are kind of, I took the chassis of a Brickmania's Panzer IV. I didn't really like their turret, so I got the instructions for Custom Bricks. .de. They sell instructions, and also they'll sell you kits as well, but I got the instructions. And for a Panzer IV, their models are slightly bigger than I would like, but I really like their turret design, so I kind of took their turret, I made it a little bit smaller, and then I put the armor around it, and then I took Brickmania's chassis and put the armor skirts on that. So that's kind of how these Panzer IVs were. That's like the design aspect of it. And this one has the smaller cannon. I do have the larger one that can swap in, but it's just to show you the smaller armament that could be on the Panzer IV. So that's the plain gray one. This one is custom camo that I put on it. I think this was one of my, I've said it before in videos, this is probably my most successful vehicle camo. So there's the Panzer IV with the kind of a winter snow camo. So there's the Panzer IV. Next we have the German half-track SDKFC. I'm not completely sure the number, probably something in the 200s. I'm not really sure. This is an instruction model from Custom Bricks as well. This one I didn't really modify at all. Something that you may have noticed, I've got my painted stock MG34 on there, so you can see the brown painted part on the back. Those were on all the other previous tanks as well, so another good model from Custom Bricks. I definitely recommend checking out their products, but just to let you guys know, they are slightly bigger models than you probably would regularly see. I think Brickmania has a 32 scale, maybe. They might have 34, or I might be switching it up, but something like that. So they're really accurate models. Cool, just size is a little bit bigger. Next we have the two Panzer IIIs. These are Brickmania models that I put somewhat of a desert camo with a little bit of a light gray twist to it. It's got the MG34, and then everything else is accurate to their kit. So those are the two Panzer IIIs. Next we have a Panzer II. This is also in that desert camo that I put on, and this is also a Brickmania instruction kit, so you can check out their stuff. It's a Panzer II. Next vehicle is the SDKFC 222. This one is another custom build of mine. This one's a little bit more recent than the Stug. I thought it turned out pretty well. It's maybe a little bit long. I could have probably made it a little bit wider, but it really gets that look of the real thing. So I thought that turned out pretty well for a custom build. So there's the SDKFC 222. Next, we got two Kubel wagons. These are also Brickmania instruction vehicles, so not too advanced, pretty basic, kind of just your average utility vehicle, kind of like the Americans' Jeep. So those are Kubel wagons, and then the final vehicle is the Kettenkrad, another Brickmania instruction model, kind of just a utility tractor, get stuff around, pull a AT gun, something like that. So there's the Kettenkrad. And for our utility stuff, artillery, have the flat cannon, and this is one of the rare chances that I actually purchase a Brickmania kit. Normally I'll just buy the instructions. Their kits are pretty expensive, but this one I got pretty cheap, good deal on it. So I actually got the kit of the 88 flat cannon. So pretty nice kit. Their kits are all pretty high quality, just a little bit pricey, but yeah. So there's the 88, pretty cool kit. And then the final artillery piece is it's a pack gun. I'm not completely sure what variant, but it seems like the pretty standard. It's another Brickmania instruction kit, pack cannon. So that's all the vehicles and the artillery. Next we'll go more in depth into the minifigures. Okay, coming to show you the last bit for this video. It is the minifigures in my German army, and this is quite a bit of a change. Like I said earlier, there's probably 30 more minifigures than there was last time in the last German forces video. And another even bigger change was last video I didn't have anything painted, but if you followed the channel you've seen that I've really gone into painting my brick arms weapons. And then I also, if you look closely in the front row, I started painting a few camos. So pretty big difference from the last ones, a lot more detail going into the figures. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. We'll start off in the front. Here we kind of have just a splinter camo for my front guys. This is a custom camo, kind of based off of lowlego.de, his channel. He's got some pretty good painting tutorials. I kind of looked at his and then kind of just tampered it with it myself. What I do for this, to get this, you notice, you see the design in the background, like the utility stuff. I take the Roeglen's water slide decals, I'll put that on the torso, and then I'll paint over it. That's how I get the utility vests, all the magazine stuff, the canteens and ration pack, stuff like that, and then also get the camo over that. Partly I do that mainly just because I don't want to paint on that stuff myself. I don't think I could really represent it very well, and in my other figures you can see I use Roglins, so I've used them pretty extensively in the past. I thought those looked good, and then I just wanted to add a little bit more detail, so I put the camo over that. So here's the splinter camo for all these guys in the front. First you see those guys that have the STG vest, and then they have a painted STG, and for these I kind of just had the black stock. These used to be the old Brickmania or Brick Arms STG Vampire, and then I cut off the Vampire scope and stuff on the top. Just recently they released the regular STG, so I'll have to get some of those. Those will make it a little bit easier. Then I'll just have to paint the stocks here brown, and maybe the handle. Those will be a lot easier, so I could already buy them in gunmetal, so it'll be a little bit more simple in the future. But yeah, those are the STG guys. Got some MP40 ones, Commander ones, and then in the back you can see the guys with the rifle, the Kar 98s, and then you see the painted Kar 98s as well. So I'll show you guys the Kar 98 with the butt painted as well. And then these are just the, if you're wondering about the legs, these are just the regular Lego. I don't know when they released them. I think they're fairly new. They're pretty expensive on Bricklink. They're just the dark gray legs with the black boots on them. So this was the second camo I ended up doing. The first camo, if we go over to the left side, it's kind of a mixture between a splitter camo and a .44. This is the first camo I did. I didn't think it turned out quite as well as the ones here, but I don't know. They're better than nothing, I guess. That it gives it a little bit of a camo look. It's kind of sloppy though, in my opinion. So not the best camo, not the best work, but it does kind of make them stand out, make them look pretty detailed. So they have the same Roglin decals underneath, and then I painted over with some, if you're wondering about the paint, it's Vallejo, and it's just their basic acrylic paint. So that was the front row with the painted guys. I'll move those out of the way so we can get to the next row. You see the guys with the rifles, and next you can start seeing some of my painted Brick Arms vest. Here you have kind of the Panzer Grenadiers with the Assault Grenadiers with their STG vests. To kind of symbolize the STG and be able to differentiate between the MP40 vest and the STG vest, I have the STG vest painted with the tan magazine holders, and then you see the MP40 guys kind of in the back there, they have the black, their pouches are black instead. So that's how you at least I differentiated. So there's those guys, they have the STGs, and one guy's MG42, and there's the Commander guy on the side. So move them out of the way. In the back you can see kind of my basic German riflemen. They got the Kar 98s, and then you can see the painted Brick Arms vest. It is just the basic rifleman vest with the munitions pouches painted black, the canisters gunmetal. So those are those guys. Not too special, but they do look definitely better with the painted vests instead of just plain. I didn't get all my German vests painted, but in the next video, my American forces, you'll see that I got all my Americans, I got all their vests painted. So I'm thinking in the future, especially for my camo guys, I'm gonna paint some special brick arms vest that will also have a camo that matches their uniforms. So probably expect those sometime in the future. Probably not near future, I'm pretty busy lately, but that's something I definitely want to do. These guys kind of are the same. Something you haven't seen, what I was talking about earlier, is the MP40. There you see it has the black pouches instead of the tan ones, and I don't think I showed you the back of them before, but you got your canteen, rations, and gas masks, other stuff like that. So there's the MP40 guy. The rest are kind of the basic rifleman, MP40, commander mix. I don't know if you noticed it earlier, but I think 15 of the guys have these special Wehrmacht painted or printed. I didn't paint these, printed from Brickmania. So I've got those as well. Notice the rest are kind of the basic Roglins decal, plain dark gray German uniform with the Lego boots. So those are those guys. Some more special. I got this guy free from Brickmania. It's their .44 MP40 dude or whatever. Just a guy I got for one of their hashtag specials. So he's pretty cool, but just one of them. I like to have multiple guys that look together, but I'll still sneak him into mocks and stuff. Got a Luftwaffe or artillery guard with the blue uniform. Here we have some Fallschirmjäger, German paratroopers. I don't have the German paratrooper helmet, which I wish I would have. Make them look a lot better, but those are also Roglins decals. Next we have some snowtroopers, German snowtroopers, just with the Roglins snowtrooper decals. Here he's got a painted Car 98 with the scope. Little focus, there you go. Check that out, that's another painted thing. Other basic dudes. I got my tank crewmen and tank commanders. These are the Roglins decal, and then I painted the boots on for them. I don't really like, these are supposed to be the full body crewmen. I'm just not the best at doing the full body one, so I just did the torso and the arms and then painted on the boots to make it a little bit easier on myself. And these are some stickers that you can get from the Brickmania instruction booklets. So those are those guys, and then the final dudes that you haven't seen yet are my Africorps, and these are also the Brickmania or Roglin decals, and just like the Africorps regulars. And on a few guys I'll have the Brickmania netted helmets on. So those are all the minifigures in this German Forces video. All, I think, 77 of them. Definitely a big improvement from the last video. Thank you guys for watching. You can expect sometime in the future my US Forces video will be coming out, and after that I'll have, I can't remember the order, but I'll have 2 more after that sometime. I think I'm going to try to get them all out in the next month or so, and then I'll also try to start up my kind of mini mock series. If you're interested in that, you can check that out as well. So thank you guys for watching. If you liked what you saw, please like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.